Are these statues?
No. These are people.
Duh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this room?
I will have order. Quake!
Look at this!
Just looks like...
According to my knowledge, it's no...
What? You're saying that even...
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt.
Finally. After all that, I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000...
Hey! How...
If Mr. Clement wants this salt challenge,
Of course, as we agreed.
Since we have a contract,
then let's move on.
nice and spicy!
Quake! Quake! Huh, just a simple ruler. It doesn't look...
This, if I
Indeed. But the god of... When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will be... The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt...
What? That's even better than the salt...
Well then, according to our contract...
No, unacceptable. I paid for an organ, and this girl has been useless!
So you are saying you want to...
So what if I break it? Now that Let's not forget who hired who here.
Because you agreed to a contract. Rex Lapis once said, "What
That is one of your Liu...
will suffer the wrath of the rock."
Rise! Yeah! Rise! Yeah!
Prepare yourself. Nice and spicy.
This is order. Yeah! 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 Crumble! Can't run from death.
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin.
Oh, darn you! Just you wait.
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. When people see I think we... That in truth...
Why do you...
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological... You aren't interested in archaeology. I believe those legends about the god of...
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago. During the war, Morak, so I see... we agreed to a...
Naturally. Come with me.
Rise!
Cut to the chase.
Quake! Order guide you. Crumble! Time for retribution! Rise! This is order.
This is... a sword? Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! The power of this sword. Surely, if we can repair the sword...
2 pieces of a broken sword. From...
Why? We were alternate...
Yes. But the only one...
This...
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed...
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the god of salt cannot be restored. No matter what, I must be faithful to her. Even if it breaks the contract, I don't care.
So you are already decided? That is to say, you...
That's okay. Punish me however you want. Just let...
Perhaps that as punishment.
Huh? The truth.
Yes. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, rather she was a small and weak god, who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost, never able to win a seat among the 7.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of the... But Havria instead chose to flee. She, however, during such a long... After making countless concessions...
No.
In her last days,
Not even a single
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of...
murder weapon. No! That's not true! That can't be true!
As I said before,
Preposterous!
indeed. Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment? Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. Salt and betrayal.
What are all these? What did they see? What?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond... This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last the Archon War was cruel in the extreme. No matter how weak the god, the power, those who could not flee, those of her people who were untouched by this disaster, their descendants feared Havria's remnants, so they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword. But they need not have done so. For
This must be a lie. Don't you dare try to...
this is the price she must pay. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even... indeed, faith in a god who has... So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax. All right then. Now... treading old ground, one cannot help. Now, I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed beneath the Guyan stone forest. The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was to leave them here, is to let them slumber. And it is all... I ended an era with my own two hands. History records, but history may be changed. I need to find a better way. Stone carvings were one such ancient method. But therefore, I thought of you. You are one who crosses the Celestial Atlas. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Teyvat. Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler to the sea. As I said before, this includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I faced the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folktales remain. Oh, Sile, you and I were foes. But our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.